Hey everyone, I just thought I have a bit of free time and I have been used to going to bed at about 3 a.m. just with night shifts. So I've got work tomorrow, but later on in the day, and then I've got 5 days off in a row. So what I want to do is, and for everyone else, is to give you a bit of an insight into what I see happening next week with like a watch list and going through some possible trading opportunities. Now, in all honesty, though, I've taken 2% on the Aussie dollar, which closed pretty well for the end of the week. It closed at 79.12. I got in 78.86, and I would acknowledge that the entry. I mean, really, an entry in retrospect would be something around here would have been really good for getting in on a possible. Well, that's a breakout, and then you capture the trend if it does, or you get stopped out for your 2% loss. So that would have been ideal. But I mean, it's not a terrible entry. I think 78, that would have been around there. Would have been the trigger candle. So look, yeah, and I've also got 2% on the New Zealand dollar as well, and I'll just check how that closed out. Not too terribly. Friday's candle's not great, but it's that's a little bearish, really, that 4-hour candle to finish this session. But I mean, closed out at 72.42. I got in at 72.05. So yes, I've made a few pips so far this week. Very small gains, though. I don't use this platform to take the trade. I like to use this for charting. So anyway, so that's my positions up. A few. That's like 0.8% or so. I will double check that. I think we can do that now. Actually, let's just do that. I'm gonna have to log in. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday as well. I'm just gonna have one of these. I have noticed that the Forex videos get a little more viewership recently, and as a disclaimer with this, it is a live account, but I am trading a small account as well, so like $500. So not 500 per trade, as in 500 total. So just got my little verification thing that should have worked. Internet running semi-okay. I just want to see where I finished off for the week. This is actually my first week back live trading as well. I was live trading when I first began trading in Forex, or just in general. Well, it was Forex, and luckily it was a small account, but I was really big on, I want to make lots of money straight away, and it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So it's interesting because, there's the account, and it's showing 8 cents, but I'm risking my exposure's this, so I don't really understand. The reason why it's that is because I've also got stop losses in place, so that's a sell order technically, really. So to close out the position, yeah, I bought New Zealand dollar, bought the Aussie dollar, and 10 units I thought represented $10, but maybe that's not the case here because it's not really reflective. If that should be about, well, I thought that'd be that should be like $2.50. Should be if it's 0.5%, because it's $10. Yeah, $2.50 because it's a quarter, and then 1% would be $5. And yeah, okay. So it's not really reflecting that, which is interesting. But there's the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar actually ended the week pretty well, and there is the New Zealand dollar. All right. Anyway, so we're done with that. Could be, a nice little trend continuation here in the New Zealand dollar. That's my thesis, but we'll see. I don't have any expectations. I've learned that the hard way that you shouldn't, and you should just let the trade go. If it does go in your favor, let the winners run. I'm really bad, especially in my demo account. I realized I'm really bad at doing that. So, in fact, my winning amount average is about half my losing average amount. So, I mean, I was winning about 80% on the demo. So, I really need to take what I've learned from the demo trading and then apply those lessons to the live training account here, which, as you can see, is I'll be quitting the day job anytime soon. What I want to do now is just go through the major pairs and see what's going on. Euro strong. Euro strong. Wow, look at that candle. Very, very bullish. Alright. So, ticking parameters. 55-day moving average is trading above the 200. So we've got an uptrend. Okay, zoom out. Really, this one's, not too bad. Let's see the weekly. This is how I do the support and resistance. That's just a major point of interaction there. That's why I sort of draw that in. This is something, don't be too critical. It's not like it's an exact science. I've said that a few times before, but it's really not. It's just, and it's never an exact point. It's just where there's an accumulation of activity, where there's reversals. I mean, like down here. It's the general area, and it will overshoot sometimes. That's standard. That's, I mean, really, it's cleared resistance here. Then a 120, 375. So, zooming in, I mean, Euro's interesting. Euro's going to be on the watch, to be honest. So, absolutely. It seems US dollar is weakening a little bit against a couple of other pairs. Obviously, in those two trades I discussed. I'm making you aware of this, everyone, but I probably won't be trading this. I mean, 6% on the table is a bit too much risk for me at once. That's just me. I mean, it could happen. I mean, if the entry's there, I might be able to do it. We'll see. I understand the risk profile has to be altered a little. Like, you've got to be a little more flexible. Because, if you're too conservative with the small account, it's not going to grow, but you don't want to be too aggressive. So, I mean, 6% isn't diabolical to have at risk on the table at once. You've just got to be aware and manage that. That's all. Pardon me, the pound. Actually, let's have a look at the yen, see what that's doing. Yeah, well, that's interesting. So the 55 has broken down through there. It's a bit of an interesting point of resistance there as well. In the 110. I've got the support level down at 110.865. We'll go to the weekly chart. Let's see. Look at that. It's pretty sideways, isn't it? It's not like anything special. That's a very interesting. What I like to see there is a space to the left as well. So it hasn't been down here for a little while. It's closed near the low. If it was below here, it'd be sweet, but the next support level really is down here though. So better draw it in down there, 107.917. So there's room to move. So there's the euro. And there's also the USD yen. What's it on the daily? Choppy, quite choppy. Weekly was a lot cleaner. 4 hour. Not bad. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to the pound next, and that will be the video. I apologize, it's a little bit longer. There's just a few things to talk about though. And it is the weekend, so most people have a little bit more time to digest the information that I'm talking about. The pound and the euro. Really interesting. This is actually pretty sweet. I'm going to delete that. I don't really know what's going on. Not on there. That's actually really, that's nice. If there's a really good setup on this, and what I'd like to see, it pull back on the Monday, and then we're back on. Even if it pulls back slightly within this candle or below that candle sideways during New York and London, and then off we go. You find on Monday the Asian session, like 5 AM to 2 PM Perth time-ish, is pretty non-eventful. London, gets a footing, and then New York is when really you want to be taking a position, if there's a valid setup, because it's the most volume is traded during those times, especially with the pound. London, New York sort of transition from like 9 o'clock to 11. It's pretty good, I'm finding. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope they help. Leave a comment, guys, if you want some feedback or you disagree. I really, honestly, if you think what I'm saying is totally terrible, please leave a comment. I'd prefer maybe some constructive criticism. I really do appreciate everyone that interacts, though. It's the viewers are slowly growing, and if you want to share this video, please feel free. I just want to help people. This is all free advice. I'm presenting you some trade ideas. I haven't been doing that this long. I demo traded for 8 months and then went into live trading. So as a disclaimer, now it almost feels there's no, it's obviously a small amount of money, but that's just because of my financial situation as well. So you guys have to remember that. But anyway, next video will be the stock trading. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.